Good afternoon. It's Holly Miller with Country Woods Crafts, and today I'm going to do some decoupage on some decor stuff I got from uh, Dollar Tree, and I'm going to do decor on a little, or decoupage on a little birdhouse I got. So I've got two projects. So I hope you guys are doing great today. I'm going to move the camera down, so give me a second. You can see my crafts. Okay, thank you. Try to get the light on there. You guys see that better? Okay, so today I'm going to just decoupage this, and then I'm going to make the words pop out a little bit. So I'm going to do some splish bosh decoupage on this. And this is Tough Coat by Fusion. It's the matte. Hey, Doris. Oh, where are you at in North Carolina? I am at Topsail Beach. Glad you can join me today. So I have this paper here, and it's called Butterfly Masterboard, and I've used a piece of it before for other things. So today I'm going to, outside of Charlotte. Oh, okay, cool. I'm all the way on the east side of North Carolina. I'm going to patch some of it's going to make it look like a patchwork, and just splash it around. So going to move this a little bit out of the way, and I'm going to get me a paintbrush, and I'm going to wet it a little bit so I can pull this stuff off here without having without having straight edges. I'm going to try to give a little bit of, and what I'm doing is just painting water on it basically in a line so it will tear a little easier, but I don't want the straight edges. So I'm just trying to make it go a little bit around. So if you just paint water on it a little bit, and it tears a little easier, and you won't have the straight edge. See how it's pulling apart? And I'm just going to keep, I don't want it to be a straight edge. So that's what I'm going to do. So give me a second, I'm going to wet it again. And it's just water and a little teeny tiny paintbrush. Nothing special. Just water and a little teeny tiny paintbrush here. Just gonna peel it. I don't want it to have straight edges, so I am trying to make it look a little jagged. So hopefully you're doing well today, Doris. Thank you for joining me. If you guys have questions, just throw them up in the chat here, and I will answer them. And I'm just painting some water on here to give me a little bit of I'm trying to make the edges not straight. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Kind of make it look like it was torn, but controlled tear. So if I paint water on it in a certain area, it'll be more of a controlled tear. See that? And I'm just going to do the edge just a little bit on the edge. It's just water and a paintbrush. Nothing special. Just water and a paintbrush. Just going to make the edges a little, make it look like it tore. That's how I want it to look. So if you want the straight edges, you don't have to do it like this. This is what I like to do. And I'm just trying to share. Oops, see, I ripped that. I'm just going to put a little water on it. Make it not tear like that. I don't want it to rip. Just kind of come off, you know. I want to see if this bottom edge is folded over. You can see that. Yeah, so it's already torn. I already tore this part. So now, if you guys can look at that, if you can see the whole thing there, it looks like it's not, like it was torn apart, which actually I just painted some water on it and then just followed the lines a little bit. So I am going to put this on here. So I'm just going to kind of, you guys can't see me. There we go. I'm just going to do it a little sideways, if that makes sense. Because I want that stamp on there. So what I'm going to do now is take a little bit of my Tough Coat from Fusion. You can use any kind of sealer you want to use for it. I am just going to use this Tough Coat. This here is metal, and I got it from Dollar Tree last year. I found it in a pile. If you're like I am, and I don't know if you are or not, but I tend to have lots of craft stuff laying around, and when I clean up, it's like, oh, that's where I stuck that. So I don't know if you're like that or not, but I certainly am. And I found this laying in a pile when I started cleaning up. So I was like, oh, I can use that. And so I'm just going to take my little scraper here and I'm just going to smooth it down. I get this edge. So I'm going to try to get enough. Wait a second. Trying to get enough of this on the edge here. Make sure it's all on there, because if you don't, it's going to peel up. You guys can see what I'm doing here. Just painting on basically the top coat or the sealer. And you can use any kind of sealer you want. I'm using Fusion because that's what I sell. And that's what I got. That's what I like. So, Fusion for the win for me. Okay, this is going a little low. Give me a second, guys. There it is. Been playing around, I guess, with my camera angles a little bit. I'm not sure what I did. So I'm just going to continue to paint the Tough Coat on. And if you guys have questions, just go ahead and ask me in the chat and I can see them. I think I can see everybody's chat stuff. So if you're on here, I would love to know where you're from. And the weather here is a little cloudy. And it is, 67 degrees right now in eastern North Carolina. And I'm not worried about it being too smooth. I like the crinkly because it's going to make it look old here in a second. Add a little more of Tough Coat here. And like I said, I'm using the matte Tough Coat because I don't want it shiny. If you want it shiny, by all means, use the gloss. And I know this is showing through. I want it to show through, and I'm going to highlight it after I'm done with some wax to make it pop out. So I will use that. I had a little block here a second ago. Don't know where I put it. My sanding block escaped. Oh, it fell on the floor. That's where it went. It fell on the floor. If you're a local to Eastern North Carolina and you want to get together and do some crafts, let me know. How about that, guys? And what I did with the sanding block is just went straight up and down and it just kind of cut it off. So I'll use this later. And again, I got this at Dollar Tree last year. I don't know if they have them up there this year. But I live like a mile from Dollar Tree, which is kind of scary. Not very safe because I will go and buy and then put it away and forget. Okay, that's one. So I'm just going to look at this again and figure out what other picture I want off here. And I'm going to do the same thing and make it jagged. So that's set that to the side. I'm going to pull this back out. And I'm going to look at, oh, I like that butterfly right there. I like this piece right here. So this is blocks of different kind of decoupage that Roy Cycles put together. And I'm not sure where what did I just do with that brush? I'm going to use this one. Oh, this one's, it's wet. Hello. So I'm going to just paint water around the edges to make it jagged. I'm just going to paint down the line, and it will make it look jagged when I pull it apart. I use water because it helps me pull it apart a little easier without actually ripping it. So it's just water and a little paintbrush. Just following the edge that I want to go to, pinching it off, and it just helps me tear it without ripping it. And it makes it not a straight edge. Just trying not to make it a straight edge. I don't want it to be a straight edge. And just paint it. I could paint around the butterfly, but I want a little bit bigger than a butterfly. And just painting water on the line, basically. That's what I'm doing. So it just makes it tear a little easier. Hopefully you guys are doing well this Tuesday afternoon. I'm glad you guys can join me. Oops, just pull it back here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just painting a little water on there so I can get a not straight line, but I want it to be, I like that one there too. So I'm going to paint this down here. I'm just painting water. This is just water, just regular water that I use to paint my brush off with that I haven't even used yet. So it just makes it tear. And I want to make this line down here a little jagged. So I'm going to just paint it just so I could tear it off a little bit. Just water and a brush. Just water. I'm just going to pinch it so it tears a little, so it doesn't give me that straight edge. If you want straight edges, then you can use a ruler and either scissors or an X-Acto knife, but I don't want straight edges. Okay. There we go. So I have this butterfly, and it has music notes on the side here. You guys can see that. And I'm pretty sure this one is the butterfly masterboard. I think that's what this one is. I'm going to pull this out, and again, I'm going to put it on. I want the butterfly to be mostly on it, so I'm going to kind of move it around so the butterfly straight. I'm not really concerned about the notes being upright, but the butterfly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, then I'm going to add some tough coat to it. Okay, and it's just tough coat from Fusion, nothing special. And you can use any, let's see, you can use any. I'm thinking I want it over a little more because I don't think I got enough. Okay. Started over too far with the glue. It's okay. With the tough coat. Take my little scraper and just try to smooth it down a little bit. No big deal. I missed a little bit at the top here, so I'm going to pull it back around and add a little more tough coat right there, because I want it to stick to the tail little container I got here. Glad you guys can join me today. sharing my crafts with you guys. So add some more Tough Coat mats here to this. And it's just a regular top coat, nothing special in it, and it will stick to the tin. So, and I'm going to cover it all eventually with this paper. I'm going to make sure I go around the corner here. I want to make sure got a little bit here. This up here. If you don't get enough adhesive on in here, this Tough Coat, it will not stick, and then you'll have bubbles, and we don't want air bubbles in our decorations. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take my take my sanding block and go straight up and down and cut this off. If you cut it right at the corner there, if you just go straight up and down, it will cut it straight. I haven't glued it all the way around, but I'm going to get it. I want to cut this off so it lays a little better. There you go. I got that off. I'm going to get this side off. You guys can see. Going to just use put it on the edge. Okay. And I didn't get enough of the Tough Coat here, so I'm going to pull it back and add a little bit more Tough Coat. And I'm just going to smooth it around. Easy peasy. Get a little more on that edge right there. Okay. And I'm just going to smooth it down. There you go. So I'm going to go back and fill in where it is metal with just different pieces here. So I'm just going to grab this, and I have a little piece there on the edge, so I'm going to take my water and my paintbrush, and I'm going to cut this here off since it's already almost there. I'm going to take water and just paint the edge a little, just so it tears without a smooth edge. This is what I'm trying to get. And I think I'm going to take it along the top because I've cut it and it's a little jagged. So I'm just going to put a little water across the top so I can get that a jagged edge, not like it was cut. I want it to look a little like it was torn or old looking. So I'm just adding a little water and then pinching it. See, just pinching it. It just comes right off. Oops, got a lot of water on that one. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put this, going to find somewhere on this side right here, I think. See where that's at? I think I'm just going to put this one straight up and down. And if it has a little gap, that's okay. I'm going to paint that area right after I'm done. So let me just add this to it. So I'm going to put some Fusion Tough Coat down and get to lay down. Glad you guys can join me tonight. I would love to see where you're from. Alabama, Pat. Thank you. How's the weather in Alabama? Would love to know where all you guys are from. I'm in Eastern North Carolina. Glad you can join me. Add a little bit more. And I got this little container here from, wait a second, from Dollar Tree. I didn't get enough. I could see it, different color. I got this from Dollar Tree like last year, and I was cleaning up my office. And I don't know if you guys are like this, but I found it, and I was like, oh, I thought I used that already. And I didn't. And it was like, oh, I can use it tonight. So that's what I'm doing. Just putting down top coat. I think my camera's slinking down a little bit. Slowly by slowly. New Jersey, Fusion DIY. Hey, glad you guys can join us. Using Tough Coat by Fusion, the matte one. That's what I'm using for my top product. I don't know if Fusion DIY means Fusion Paint. Oops, sorry guys. Let me push this camera back up again. I sound like a fool. Let's see. Sorry. I'm going to move it just a little. There it goes. I'll block it back down. Okay, hopefully you guys can see a little better. Thing keeps slipping. I have to tighten that thing up later. Gonna put it down the side. Okay, and I'm going to take my block and I'm just going to go around the edge so I'll trim it up. Oh, there it goes. Oop. And I'm going to do the same thing along the top here. Oops, am I pulling? Yep, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to come back and just touch that right there because it looks like it's lifting a little. The edges, just put a little around it. Okay. Fusing them together, a new technique. Cool, cool, cool. I wasn't for sure, that's why I asked. So I have a piece right here. And I think that's all I have is just a little piece right here. So I actually might have a piece. This piece right here might fit that. Look at that. Perfect. So this is just a piece I cut off from, thank you. This is just a piece that I cut off of this butterfly here. So it's like the bottom part of the butterfly. You guys can see that right there. So I'm just going to put it right here. Look at that. If it's right there. So I'm just going to put it right there. So I'm going to take a little more Tough Coat from Fusion here. Put it down. And then I'm going to take this little corner here that I took off the other side. And I am just going to put it down and take my little thing here. You guys can see how it looks. I'm going to turn it. It has a little bit right there. I think I might have a piece sitting right there that might fit that. So these here are just pieces that I tore off the other. But I think that little hand, I think that hand will fit right there. Perfect. Look at that. Yeah. And this piece that I tore up here, this whole piece of decoupage is called Butterfly Masterboard. So I'm going to put the hand him right. I'm going to put him right there because that's where he wants to go. Make sure that the edges are down good. Yep, yep. I'm not worried too much about the wrinkles, but I want that wrinkle out. Ooh. Let's see. I want the wrinkle to be straight because it's the letter, and I want the letter not to be too crumply because I want you still to be able to read it. Because I'm going to take a black wax here in a minute, or I'm sorry, that brown wax here in a minute, and I'm going to highlight this to make it pop out. So, and now I'm just putting the top coat over it just to put a little sealer on it. I'm going to go all the way around and add that. And it's okay to have that. But I see a little piece of paper right there that might fit it. Look at that little piece I tore. I bet you that piece right there will fit right in that crack. Look at that. It was wanting to be there. Fits that crack just nice. Look at that. Some paper down. Look at it. It was made to be there. I'm just going to add top coat all around it. Just to cover it so it'll seal it a little bit because I want a protector between the wax and the paper. It won't hurt it. I like doing that. There's a little bit piece right here. I think this piece right here would fit. I'm just going to put it right there like that. And I'm just going to put it in there. It's going to be fine. It'll be fine. So I'm going to grip this off a little. I want the flower to show more. There you go. Stick to my fingers. My fingers they have stuff on it, so it sticks to my fingers. This little piece right here will go right here. Look at that. It's like putting a puzzle together. And so if you have a bunch of scraps laying around, it's just a way to use them and then make it into a piece that you got from Dollar Tree, but it doesn't look like it's from Dollar Tree. It doesn't look like everybody else's. So you can put the different pieces on to make it look like yours. Oh, and I just touched that piece and it stuck to my finger. All right. So that's this. Oh, that's this. I'm going to put it to the side, let it dry before I can put the wax on it. Okay. So I'm going to put it to the side before I put the wax on it. And let it dry a little bit. My next project is, I'm going to set it over here. Hang on. I got me a little birdhouse here. And what I'm going to do with the birdhouse is I'm going to lay the pieces out and I'm going to decoupage the birdhouse. And then it's just a little birdhouse. So it's all separate. I don't know if you can see the little pieces. It's all separate. So you have the top, you have the back, and the front, and you have this little sides, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out which piece goes where real quick. So I can make sure I got the right sides out. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I don't do that. Turn that around this way, right? I got it backwards. Oh, wait. I do have it backwards. That's the roof. Okay, this is the roof. Maybe. Yeah. That's the roof. Okay. There you go. Has to be smarter than the birdhouse. Just saying. And here, this will be the bottom. This will be the front. Okay, so front. Okay. This goes out. This goes out. So I'm going to flip this piece over. Okay. So what I just try to figure out is what piece is going to go up. So what piece goes up? I'm going to decoupage them, right? So I have this decoupage here. And I got a half a piece here. So I'm going to glue them to these, and then I'm going to sand off the edges, right? So these here, I want them to be a little more fitting to the piece. So, and this here is, I'll have to look it up. I'm not quite sure which one it is, I'll be honest. So this here will fit on this one. So what I'm going to do is just decoupage them all, and then I'll put them together. So I'm going to decoupage the birdhouse. So see how it's sitting together here? And I'm just going to basically put it on there. If you want it all go the same way, you can figure that out, but I'm not really concerned about it to go the same way. I just want it to look like it's wrapped in paper, in newspaper, if that makes sense. Because it's a birdhouse. And I like birdhouses. And this is just a little birdhouse I got for like $2 or $3. But it's still a cute birdhouse. I may have paid 10 for it. I don't think so. I might. Yeah. Just going to make sure that it's covered. I'm going to smooth it out. And these little pieces here, these are just like the little knobs. So I'm not really concerned about those. But I am concerned about covering the rest of it. Pretty good. I missed this back, so I'm going to add a little more medium on it. It is Fusion Tough Coat here. Just going to smooth it out. Right, and I'm just going to take my sanding block and sand it because I want it cut at the edge, right? And then I'll smooth it back out again. And I'm just, taking the sanding block and going straight against it, and it cuts it out, right? Okay. And all these scraps, we can save them for later because I'm sure there's a project out there that's calling for them. I just don't know yet. Right? Because I don't waste them. I save every piece. And this is just a little birdhouse that I picked up. I don't even know where. Maybe off of Amazon. And so I'm just taking my sanding block and going around the edges and trimming it up. I got to come back to a couple certain places, like right there needs a little more medium. Okay, put that right there. Okay, then I'm gonna come back and make sure I have enough medium because it didn't look like it was enough in there. And then I'm gonna go over here and touch this piece because it's like flippy flop. And then I'm going to put some around the top, the whole thing. So just to give it a little sealer. Right? So actually this piece right here is lifted. So I'm going to put that right there before it dries around the edges. Make sure it's got enough adhesive underneath it. Because if not, you'll have a bubble and then you'll have to peel it up or something to get the bubble out of it. Okay, how about that? One, right? And the other one that goes that way. The other one's going to go the opposite way. So I am going to grab another piece. Let's see. We got this. I think I like this 97 on it. And get this 97 here on it. So I'm going to try to rip this out. Get it across the top here. I am just ripping this. If it rips too far, then okay. I'm not worrying about it. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with this side as I did with this side. Make sure I don't have pieces sticking to it. Okay, and then I am just going to put the medium on top, underneath, and just smooth it out. That's all I'm going to do. Quick and easy. Just doing a little birdhouse. Okay. And then I'm going to smooth this side down. It looks like I need to go back and get the other side. It's Frank with his dog. Okay, so I'm going to smooth this down. And I'm just going to smooth off these edges. So if I was to do that, you would get a little angry at me. So here we go. Okay, so right here lifted a little, so I need to make sure that there's enough adhesive underneath there. Just to make sure, because if I don't get it down tight, it will leave a bubble, and that will not be good. Okay, so we got this going. Just try to get this sanded off here. So hopefully you guys have a good week so far. Okay, so this right here is lifted. No, maybe not. I thought it was lifted. Was mistaken. So I'm just going to put this top coat over top of it so it dries. And then move into the next piece. Okay. I'm going to set it to the side so it'll dry. And grab the next piece. Oh, maybe I'll put that on something else. Maybe I will put this on the front, the B. Maybe I'll put the B on the front here. How about that? You think the B will be okay? I think it'll be okay there. All right, so I'm going to go down this edge here. And then I am going to, let's see, that's the top here. You can see that? I'm just going to tear it. And I'll come back and I will smooth it out. Okay, so I got this. So I am just going to put it down. I have the medium. I'm just going to paste it down. So I'm just going to lay this on top and smooth it out. I need some more mediums. I'm going to lay some more of this on it. Okay. I'm going to take this and take my block and I'm going to just cut the edges. You can see what I'm doing here. I'm just cleaning up the edge with the same block. And then this here. So there you go. I'm just going to smooth it down. And then I'm going to put a little top coat on it. There's slats here on the side that I'm going to just poke out. Not a big deal. We have 3. Oh, there's 1. There. Okay. And there we go. Let's get the next one. We have this piece here. I don't want this. It's the pink. I have this piece here. I'll put this on the bigger one. It will fit on this piece here. So let's see what we got. Okay, so I'm going to put some of this down. So hopefully you guys are still with me. I'm still just trying to, you guys aren't talking much, so just trying to get this done. So, and this is just a little birdhouse that I don't know if I picked it up at, I want to say Lowe's maybe. Picked it up at Lowe's or I don't remember where I picked it up, to be honest. But it's just a little craft, it goes together just, you know, just goes together in these little holes, you know, it's a little birdhouse. Now, I don't know if I would put it outside in the weather because it's really thin balsa wood, but you can if you put a good top coat on it. So I'll move that piece to the side, let it dry. Okay, so I'm going to grab another piece here. And I want this piece. I want this clock. I want this big old clock on this piece right here. I don't know why. That's what I want. I want this here on here. So that's what I'm doing. So this piece fits on there. So I am going to glue it down. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take my little sand block and I'm just going to take off the edges. Hey Liz, how are you? I'm sorry guys, I was just doing my craft. Celeste, how are you? I am glad you guys are joining me. I'm sorry, I didn't look up. I was sitting here just working away and forgot to look up. I like that too. It's I don't remember the name of this decoupage paper. If you guys know it, you can throw it in the comments. I can't remember it. It's some kind of masterboard. I don't remember which one. It's a bunch of little blocks put together. It has the one with the bee on it. If you guys know it. Thank you. Thanks, Liz. I haven't seen you in forever. I'm doing a birdhouse. And I am doing it all in this little, the decoupage. And I'm going and put it all together. So I'll put a top coat on it. So I'm just putting a top coat on just to protect it. And then this last piece here, let's see, put this on here. This last piece here, I'm going to put my last little, I like this gun. I don't know why, but I want to put this. The one eye and the gun, is that what you guys think? I think I'm going to put the one eye and the gun. I think it's what's going there. There we go. So I am just going to put some more medium down. This is Fusion Tough Coat Matte I'm putting on here because I don't want it shiny. If you want it shiny, you can use the gloss. I don't like it shiny. So I'm just going to put it down. Make sure I've got enough adhesive. Wait, I missed the edge up here. I'm going to pull it up a little bit. There it goes. I'm going to take my little spatula and smooth it out and make sure I got enough adhesive underneath. I think I missed the edge here, so I'm going to grab the edge. There we go. I missed this edge because I could see it right there. Go ahead and get that. And then you can smooth it down. And then I'm going to take my little block and I'm going to Look at that. Just take it off. Because this one I do want to have clean edges. Because it won't fit together if I don't. I might run a few minutes over 7. It's okay. Nobody behind me today. I don't think. Go. Get the glue off my fingers. So I'm going to put the, look at that. Isn't that cool? I like the eye. I don't know. Okay, put this to the side. I'm going to let this dry. And I think my tin is done. So I am going to grab it off here. Just here, lift it. Take that off. And I got this here. And I'm going to put a little bit of the wax on it. Because it's dry. And my wax is right here. Let me. Well, it is not where I thought it was. Oh, what did I do with the wax? Oh, there it is. See? So, here's the wax I'm going to use. And I think I'm just going to use my finger. I'm just going to use my finger. So, it's a Fusion brown wax espresso. And I am just going to use my finger. And I'm just going to rub it around in there. And I just want this to pop out. So there's words underneath it. I got it on my nails. There's words underneath it. And I want it to pop out. You guys can see that? Thank you guys. It gives a little bit of texture and makes it yours. Just can see it popping up the words. Pop up the words. Let's see. And I got this little tin thing at Dollar Tree. And I didn't put it on smooth, so it has little crackles throughout. You can put some crackles, you know, put it on the cracks and makes it pop out a little bit. Give it a little age look. Just using a little more, just a little bit on my fingers. You can go all the way around with it. Here's the words on this side. See if I can make them pop out just the same. How about that? And I just picked this up at Dollar Tree for $1.25 last year. And I was cleaning up my office and I found it and I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that. I don't know about you guys, but I do that all the time. And I can't remember what I bought it for. So I do it as a craft. You guys do that? Do it all the time. You too. I was cleaning it up. I was like, oh man, I forgot. Look how pretty it is. So you can put decoupage on them, Liz. Look how pretty. See how pretty. So and then that's it. Do that one. So the birdhouse, it's not quite dry, but I can still put it together. So the trick to this is to get all the pieces in the thing, right? So let's see if I can get it all together. May need a little cleaning up after I poke everything through the holes. I'm gonna have to take the little sanding brick to it afterwards. So I got this. Oh, I dropped it. I got this. Let's see if I can get it. And I got this is the top. If I can get it on. Oh, wait. I need the top. That's the back. Maybe. Maybe that goes like that. Nope. See? Figure it out how it goes. But it goes together. It's all going to go together, and I will put a picture of it. It goes together somehow. I will figure it out. And I will post a picture of it. But it's all together. I put a sealer on it. I would not put this outside. The wood itself is balsa wood, I think, and it's very, very light. So if you put it out in the weather, it may not hold up, but you can use it as decor in your house. And I have used this underneath my porch. I have one that I did last year, and I put it underneath the porch, and it was okay out there like that. Just not in the rain. So if I put decoupage and put a bunch of polyurethane on it, it may be okay. But the wood itself, it's not the paper, it's the wood itself. It's very thin. So this is this, and I will post pictures of the completed project after I figure out how to put the puzzle together. And that's all I got for today. Thank you guys for showing up, and thank you guys for sitting and talking with me. I appreciate it. And you guys keep in touch. I am actually going to be live tomorrow night at between 8 and 8:30 Eastern Standard Time with a friend. So if you guys want to come back and catch me at Country Road Crafts NC, you guys can catch me live there. I don't know what I'm doing yet, so maybe I'll find another craft I have laying around and do that one. But I'm going to put this together, and I'll post pictures of it here in a minute. I just don't know. I just got to figure it out how to put the puzzles together. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.